If I was having a holiday, a respite home would not be my ideal option. We've created a holiday dream home for Jack. And he's having a holiday from us. So it's not only do we get the respite, but we can sit and be happy in the knowledge that he is more than happy and taken care of in a familiar place. If we need to access him or see how he is, if we decide to go for the overseas trip, we can beam in with Skype into the lounge, or we can actually access him 24/7 by an amp through the cameras, which is excellent. If he has a particular behaviour or a seizure, a carer can call us up and say, is this normal, or do we call an ambulance?
Well, why we started the laundry business for Prue was because I knew that was something she enjoyed doing. She will sit for hours helping my mother with the weekly, passing the ironing or folding towels and things, and so I knew that was one thing she liked doing, and she would persevere with it. Well, I hoped she would, because being in a rural location, there's no services out here, there's no public transport, so I wanted Prue to be involved in the local community, and that's why she went to the local high school and primary schools. And so Prue could never go and get a job as such, so it was all about building a job around her and getting the people to come in and help her to do it, to achieve, and not have to travel to town every day. When you've got a child like Prue who's very high needs, non-verbal, needs 24/7 care, it's very hard for people to imagine that she could actually do a job. So I believed it was, and so it was about creating ways that we could do that. And of course, laundry, I knew she could be involved in Darfield, which is 7 kilometres from home. We could also have a set up at home where she could be working, so at times, downtimes, she can still be doing laundry here, or she could be picked up by a carer and go to Darfield and work from there.
I think it's all begun with individualised funding. It's been made possible. We've been using individualised funding for over 7 years, and gradually we have built up the confidence, the networks, and we've had time to plan and time to dream, which I think is probably one of the big issues with families with children, with young people. They get so overwhelmed. But anyway, after 7 years, we've actually had the space to say, what do we want? And we didn't actually focus on what resources we had. We focused on, what does Jack need? What do we need? In an everyday life, Jack would be placed in residential care. And my experiences with residential care is with that it would disadvantage Jack. Even though he's a strong, robust child, he's quite fragile. He's fed with a gastrostomy button, he's non-verbal, and he's completely incontinent. And his life would be quite miserable.
I was under service provider, yeah, that's right, service provider, and everything was tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. And so that didn't give me a chance to stay at Kohanga as long as I wanted to. That didn't give me a chance to stay at all the handcraft things that I'm in, or the Red Cross. It didn't give me any of those chances. And if it was a rainy day, I could put myself around because of individualised funding. It's given me the opportunity to get out more and not have to come back and, look at my time. I've got to get home, have a look, I've got to go and do this, have a look, and suit the carers. The carers have to suit me.